the other tri lane has a lot of stuns and disables though, so if he gets a lucky 2-man burrow strike, Dazzle might go down. Oh, there we see a go on Tiamat. There's a counter stun. Dazzle tries to follow up, he runs back, heals up. A lot of right clicking, not much happening. And then it's back to normal. See here on the bottom, it's a Timbersaw versus the Darkseer.
Yeah, at the same time with that, we had Timbersaw and Darkseer duking it out, manning up on the lane. Both of them were down to about half their health, and Darkseer decided to be the mature one and pull out of the fight. But I'm sure he'll be coming back for more.
Well, they're both quite tanky characters, so I don't think there will be much kills down here, but we'll see. I think Darkseer will have an easier time this lane, just because of his iron shells are do quite a bit of magical damage compared to what the Timbersaw can dish out easily. That is. We'll see mid. We'll see the Dragonite is at 3 and 5. And the Invoker is at 6 and 6, so the lane definitely is going in the Invoker's favor. But as we said, the Dragonite just needs to stay in lane and get the tower down. So Luke, what do you think of the lineup? I can see like
I like the drafts from both sides.
Yeah.
I think if the Dragonite team can get off their combo, there's a definite team wipe there. But you know, you got to think about how much a BKB is worth at the moment because of Tree's ulti and stuff. It's like, when do you pop it? I mean, do you pop it at the beginning of the fight, or do you wait for the ulti to come? It's like how much damage you want to take in that amount of time, you know?
Mm-hmm. I sort of agree with you. I do like the potential of the draft on the Dire side, but it seems far harder to execute. The Radiant side has more tanky character that all of them individually can do a lot of good things in a team fight, and they don't really need to land a combination to do it. Snarder can blink in, they can get a stun on a couple. Timbersaw can just run in, go crazy, do quite a bit of damage. Dazzle can save someone, Tree can overgrow, and the Tree combination with Timbersaw is especially nasty.
Yeah, they've got a lot of possibilities for ganking material, maybe more so than Dire.
But we see here in the bottom lane that the Timbersaw is having problems posting up against the Darkseer, and the magical damage is just doing a number on the Timbersaw. We'll see if he manages to stay in lane later, because the Darkseer is full HP and the Timbersaw is definitely not. Their last hits is actually completely equal, so we'll see.
Interestingly enough, though, Timber doesn't seem to have got any skill points in reactive armor yet.
He just got one. Just picked up.
Okay.
And Tree is healing him as well. So I guess that's it. And he has a magic one, so we'll see if he can get the staying power. On the top, it seems like the tri-lane of the Radiant side has been pushed back all the way to their tower, and the Wraith King seems to be gone quite aggressive with a couple of levels Immortal Strike. Let's see, 13 and 2 and 8 and 3, so Slarders is up on Nastit.
Yeah, you can see how that Treant Protector is paying.
Oh, there's action up top. And there was first blood on the... Yeah, and they actually managed to proc the Cold Feet there. But it wasn't enough. And they have to... And it's 1-0 to the Radiant side.
Yeah, getting that stun on there was key there, and the slows and the great support. Unfortunately, not all the players were there to support in that tri lane, and the Radiant side being able to take advantage of that. As I was just saying before, you can see that the Treant Protector's paying great help in other lanes with the living armor, helping the Invoker as well as the Timbersaw stay at full health.
And we see here on the Radiant side, they're now contesting the Dire team's pull. This is quite bad for the Dire team. This is their one saving grace of having the lane. They can get some extra experience from pulling. And now the team, the Radiant side, is stealing that as well. Luke, what do you think the Dire team have to do to get the upper hand again?
I think.
And there's
I think
action
because
up top, and
they're loading up so much.
they actually get the Sand King. Because there is a
Sorry there.
no worries. There's a
There's a fraction behind you.
yeah, there's a sentry ward posted in the pull camp, which spotted the Sand King out. That was unlucky for Shiraz there on the Sand King. Yeah, go ahead, Luke.
Yeah, as you're saying, I would have. I would hope that they would get to maybe 6 and just start. Maybe roaming as 5 might be their best option.
And we see here, Kalle has a haste rune on his Dragonite, and he decides not to go on the Invoker. He didn't have mana for the stun, actually.
Radiant has a lot of stink power because both the Dazzle and the Tree. Because both Leech Seed, Living Armor, Wave, and Shallow Grave gives the team so much staying power.
Yeah, definitely.
But which team? It definitely looks like the which team do you think has the best late game potential? I mean, they have 3 on the Radiant side, so this might turn out to be a quite long game if they manage to delay it long enough.
I'd say actually Dire has the best late game.
Because of
Mainly the Dragon Knight. I mean Invoker. I mean this is. I suppose what I mean is they have the best late game considered that they actually get to pick off the Invoker, and we know Sand's pretty hard to pick off, so that might not even be a possibility to begin with. But I think with the combo mainly. I mean I know I keep on.
we see bottom. There might be a kill here. Huntrash misses his Timber Chain. Yeah, and I guess he's gonna back up for now. We might see Living Armor here. It's soon off cooldown. He might get healed up. It seems to be quite frustrating for the Darkseer because there's action on top, and I just missed the kill there. They get a cold feet on them under the tower, but it's not enough, and the Ancient Apparition is gonna go down as well. And this I think is because they got the Dire side is more greedy than the Radiant side, and we see this, the support Sand King is off the jungle farming, and that's why it's a 3 versus 2 aggressive trial. And
they're just a lot more mobile, I believe. Their picks are based around the ability to just go around the map, roam, and pick people off, and also the sustainability, to just keep that gank going a little bit longer, maybe even push a tower.
Yeah, they definitely just stole a tower, and they were level 4 at the time, and they just stayed on the tower.
I think you're right there with the sustainability part, the fact that you've got a Tree and Protector as well as a Dazzle that are able to heal you up and give you that
crucial
staying power.
grave.
Yeah, exactly. And it gives you the opportunity to actually push and dive those kills, and we see it again here, jumping on Shiraz. Must have visibility somewhere.
And Leech Seed is just it gives so much sustainability in team fights because of all the burst heal.
Yeah, we also see that they keep diving and again, and this lane is now completely lost up top, and the Sand King is nowhere to see because he desperately needs his Blink Dagger. What did he spend his money on? He has no money.
The aggressive trial lane is definitely working out.
But I don't understand, the Sand King has 0 money, and he's been spending his time sanding in the jungle. And there we just missed some action mid, and he teleported mid, probably to prevent a gank, and there he dies again. This doesn't look good for the Dire team.
What do you believe they do, John? What do you believe the Dire do to get back into this game?
I think they need to change up their lanes. This is definitely not working, and they can't even stay behind the tower. Maybe they could switch the Darkseer up top. It won't save the lane, but they could have delayed it longer, and then gone the aggressive tri lane against the Timbersaw, because that lane was actually won by the Timbersaw more or less, because he got healed up and seemed kind of wasted.
Has come in with the haste rune.
There.
These two are going down.
I think Radiant has the superior picks, but we still have to see what happens in team fights and how Dire could turn this around.
Yeah.
Well, we see now. Tree gets initiated, but there we see the other healing is getting in there, the Dazzle, and there's an overgrowth. And everyone's still
The
alive.
vacuum.
The vacuum. There the Invoker, and it's a 7-5. And let's see the goal graph here. Well, it was 4k and now it's 3. It was almost 5k and now it's 3.8k. So it's not a huge swing, but early game we were already almost 5k ahead. So I guess this helps a bit, but we'll see. They're actually
Dyer really needed that to get back into this game. That'll create a bit of space for this Wraith King to get the farm he needs.
That vacuum burrow strike was a very nice combination.
As we said before, it's a very nasty combo if they can pull it off. Well, it seems like
they did this case.
But the problem is that you see the Sand King, instead of going out to create space, he goes straight back into farming. And that means like the Radiant side hasn't really lost anything. They took a tower, they did lose a fight, but the other team, they have no space to farm. They could just go back, going aggressive again. And you see there's a Dazzle with the Invis rune going top, scouting out the Wraith King, and we have Huntrash on the Timbersaw following up, and they're also spotting out the Sand King. See, are they gonna engage? Wraith King has his ultimate up. The rest of the team is going to rush. This could be bad. I think they always say they're welcome.
He's got no mana.
And there the Invoker comes to finish him off. Huntrash misses his Timbersaw. They're going on the Wraith King. He still has mana. There's his ultimate. Do we see TP responses? There's a stun. There's the wall.
Great vacuum ulti from the Dax here. Look at the damage it's just done. 2 going down here potentially.
Yeah, there we go. There's a surge. And then they finish off the Dazzle. I think they should have gone for the Invoker there instead, to be honest. A Dazzle kill is nice for sure, but you definitely want to kill on the Invoker. And you see he's gone for an early game build, I believe. I'm not an expert in Invoker, but he went face drums, which seems to me it's really, really early.
That's where Radiant has to win this game in the early game.
Oh, they're going on the Invoker.
Where Radiant
Oh, there's go. Oh, and they didn't get any dust. Well, I guess they didn't see him invoke it last game, so well. Let's hope to pick it up the next game. What were you saying, Toon?
I think Radiant has to win this in the early game if they want to win this, because Darkseer's wall of replica will just creating stronger replicas along the
And there's some action down. Dyer was looking for some pickoff, but there were some great TP reactions. Kal is escaping to the tower. And there he dies.
Timbersaw could be in trouble here. He's got the Sand King and the Daxia wrapping around.
They spot him out. No. They're actually scared.
Unfortunately, the Sand King doesn't have enough mana for that bow strike.
And this Sand poor, he could have had his Brink Dagger by now. So I think it's just a really, really greedy draft, as the AA seems like a good thing to include the tri-lane, but they did forget the tri-lane wasn't going to be a tri-lane. It was basically going to be a dual lane.
Where's the Sand King's money gone? He had over a K. He must have spent it on a buyback.
He got Arcane Boots as well, which I think is a mistake. They probably needed that Blink Dagger.
Well, there's still plenty of time, but having a Blink Dagger at this point in the game would have definitely helped Dyer.
I think it's actually a bit too late already. You see a lot of timings for Blink Dagger for Sand Kings are in the 9 to 12 minute area now. So that's why he's so popular.
That's when you should have him.
Blink Dagger.
Yeah, that's why you should have it. Have the Blink Dagger right.
And they try to burst the Dazzle down, but he just shallow grace means fine. There's an overgrowth. And Slaughter is cleaning up here. And then Woven goes down on the Darkseer. It's just not...
That EMP just shut that fight down for the Dire side. They're all losing their mana, and the Slardar coming in with the stun, just keeping it controlled and doing the damage necessary to clean up.
And you also see the Shallow Grave. All that damage, and they get nothing back for it.
Yep,
like...
the Shallow Grave was just extremely well timed by the DAS.
I don't think they have the damage, the Radiance. No, I mean the Dire side to kill it.
No, well, they could have killed him, but you know, there was backup from both Invoker, Slaughter, and me.
Now we're going to see Dire contest this tower. I really think they can't engage on this.